So Talent 500 is in the business of building and managing global teams, best-in-class tech teams, and building global capability centers for some of the Fortune 500 companies and early-stage startups as well. Today, as we talk, we are in 10 plus countries and 50 cities across the world and counting. I have 15 years of experience so far, and having worked in the services industry, the product industry, and also young startups in different phases of their journey. I've had the opportunity to work in US, Latin America, Middle East, Southeast Asia, and India has primarily been my base so far. For the last few years, I've focused my expertise in the space of learning and development, organizational development, and pure play HR business partnering. In short, everything under the sun for HR. And I prefer to be more of a people problem solver than to be called as an HR. My team handles 4 things: onboarding, which includes assimilation and integration of a new joiner into the organization; employee experience, which focuses on engagement and recognition; HR business partnering, which focuses primarily on being an advisory to the business; and finally HR operations, which takes care of all the operational stuff and the payroll as well. As we built Talent 500, my focus continued to be on people and culture. And I was very conscious of the fact that I wanted to focus my energies in 4 areas: people, policies, practices, and processes. Now, for all of this to be deployed, you need new age HR tool. And this is where EngageWith kind of played a very important role. It directly impacted one of the sub-pillars, under employee experience, where we wanted to build a higher level of engagement through recognition. And this is where we started our search to ensure that in our endeavor, we find that new age tool which could integrate with Slack. We are a Slack first organization, which means Slack is our primary channel of communication and emails are secondary. So our very basic expectation out of the partner would be that they should be able to integrate with Slack. EngageWith, kind of checked all the boxes at that point in time. We were looking for a recognition tool. It integrated with Slack. It also had a dashboard for an admin like me who could have an overview of what's happening in the organization, and equally kind of, slice and dice the data to understand which teams are proactively using EngageWith and which teams are laggards. Every Friday between 3 and 5 p.m., we ran an initiative that each one takes an initiative to appreciate somebody else. Now, this appreciation was more of a thank you note, but immediately spiraled or became a snowball effect to take it to the recognition level. Now, people were recognizing one another for helping them, supporting them, standing up for them, or for that matter, even filling in for them in their absence as well. And I think that peer-to-peer recognition is where we saw our engagement scores also kind of improving. Now, for a hypergrowth organization like ours, wherein we grew in the last 8 months to 100x of where we started, it was also important for us to ensure that our culture cascades down to the nth individual. Now, the best way to do so was when we introduced our values, and people had to choose for what they are recognizing the other individual for. So, number 1, we were able to launch EngageWith and create a culture of recognition. Slowly, steadily, we upped our game and stepped it up to say that you have to also let us know what values did they display. And this is where we were able to also reinforce the culture of what we want to kind of build as such as an organization. So today, as we talk, we have been able to kind of amp up our engagement scores. We have been able to introduce our recognition culture. We have also been able to double down on the core values that we want every individual at Talent 500 to display. And through that, we have been able to create an awesome practice and a process using EngageWith as a tool. So I definitely recommend, using EngageWith, for all the new age companies who are trying to attract and retain the millennials and the next generation workforce. Instant gratification is something that, this new generation workforce requires, and ease of use. So what I definitely found with EngageWith is, you just have to kind of get into the app, select the individual, select the value that they displayed, and then submit or send, and the individual gets recognized. So if you're looking for a cool new age recognition tool that you can quickly deploy and also use it as a culture within your organization, I highly recommend EngageWith for your organization.